Hi, everybody. Mr. Bauman here back. Hopefully, you're actually going to listen to this lesson video because you have an extended assignment coming up here. This is going to take up your next 3 class periods. So you're either getting this on Thursday or Friday, depending on if you're in hour 1 through 4. Obviously, it'll be on Thursday. Hours 5 and 6 get on Friday. So click on your distance learning, scroll down to your day. So we're still on April 13th through 17th. And then your assignment will be for Thursday the 16th or Friday the 17th. I'll have that 17th one in there before Friday. And then you're going to click on the assignment, which is the World War II timeline. Now, it tells you on here, this is great news for you. This is your assignment for the next 3 lessons. Listen to that again. This is your next 3 lessons. So this will cover all the way through Friday the 24th. So for my hours 1 through 4, this covers Thursday the 16th, Monday the 20th, and Thursday the 23rd. For hours 5 and 6, this covers Friday the 17th, Tuesday the 21st, and Friday the 24th. So this is 3 days of lessons in one. You are doing a timeline assignment. If you remember, you're going to have to submit this to me. We've done this before when you did your memory book. It's a little tricky, so make sure you listen. As you can see, it says number 1, watch this lesson video. I'll attach that once I'm done yapping here and I get it loaded on YouTube. Step 2 is to click on this timeline. You'll do that. It'll create your own timeline. Now, it'd be smart if you go over here to Google and make sure you're logged in. You see, I'm already logged in. I've got my little flag icon in the upper right-hand corner. If you click over here, go to Google, and then you click over here, it'll let you sign in. I'm already signed in. My weird kids accounts are over here too. But anyway, I'm already signed in, so I'm good. Make sure you're signed in with your apps.district833.org thing. See this right here? cbauman at apps.district833.org. Make sure you're logged in first. It makes this so much easier. So coming back here, if I click on that when I open up the timeline, it'll open for me in slides. That's where you're going to do your answer. If I click on this timeline thingamajig, here's mine. It opens up. I get the one that looks like this. Yours will have your name on it. You get these ugly dudes here. You got, of course, FDR was president of the United States. Mussolini was the leader of the leader of Italy, excuse me. Winston Churchill is the leader of the United Kingdom. And, of course, that Hitler guy we don't like to talk about. On here, it's going to give you the first slide, which is beautiful. I've done a nice job. This is an example slide. You get to do all of the next 7 slides after this. So basically, you're going to get 16 events. You've got to put them in the right order. I'm giving you the first 2. So the first event is Germany invades Poland. It's got the correct date. And I wrote a couple sentences about the significance of that. It says Germany promised not to take more land, but now they have invaded Poland. France and Germany declared war on Germany. World War II officially begins. So that's why it's significant. I gave you 3 sentences. It tells you to write 1 or 2 sentences at least. If you don't have at least a sentence, preferably 2, you won't get any points for the significance. So you get a point per page for having the 2 correct dates that are in the right event. If both of those are right, you get a point. You get a free point because I did this one for you. You get a point for doing the significance of one of the events, and then for the other event, you get a point for putting a picture there with a caption. This is a caption, this highlighted part here. It says Nazi flag flies in the city of Paris, France after Germany took over. That shows it shows a picture of what was going on at this time. On the next slide, it gives you the dates. You're going to name which event happened from August till October of 1940, and then which event happened on June 22nd, 1941. Now you're wondering, where the heck is this list of all the places? Great question. Let's go back. Job 1 for you, once you've got that opened, it says read the directions attached. So whoop, I go all the way down here, and here are my attached World War II timeline directions. I click and open that. Magically, that opens up in a new tab. And here are the directions. I know there's a lot here. I get that. That's why you got 3 class days to do it and over a week to get it accomplished. The big key is to organize the events in order. Okay? That's job 1. So you can use the textbook. The pages are there. If you go back to Schoology over here, I can hit the back button a bunch of times. If I go back to materials, here we go. I can go, oh, here we go. If I'm in the red distance learning folder, I scroll down, here's my textbook right here. That should give me all the dates. The beautiful part, hint, hint, wink, wink, if you haven't noticed this in your textbook, it has a timeline for you. Let's see if this thing slowly shows up here for World War II. I'm not sure how long this will take, so I apologize. But there it comes. So World War II. So if you look, first of all, there's a timeline of events right on this first page, I believe, is going to show up. If I open this in a new window, if I click on that little arrow or click on the title World War II textbook, it opens up in a new slide here. There we go. I can see it a little better. Oh, look at that. Magic. See, Germany invades Poland in 1939. Doesn't exactly give me a date, but it gives me an idea. Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor, so I know it's one of the 1941 events. But you keep going. It gives you all the events once you get into the text and you read about it. So you'd have to find each of the events. We'll go back to this from this timeline sheet, right? So if I scroll to the bottom, here are your 16 events. I've already given you number 1 and 2 with the dates, right? You get to figure out the rest of these things. That's your job. You get to put them in order. Now, if you still have, I'm going to open the sample, you still have your note slide. You notice, if you find my slideshow, it's got most of the dates in here. So like Japan, attack on Nagasaki, we got Victory in Japan Day, August 14th, 1945. Here's Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Those have dates on them. Yep, those are important events. I go back over here, so there it is. Atomic bomb dropped on Nagasaki. VJ Day or Victory in Japan. I just showed you what those dates were, right? Atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. So that's already 3 dates. Oh, what is that crap? 3 dates that have shown up in just took you 30 seconds to look at my slides, right? That's starting at the end of the slideshow and working backwards. If we keep going, there's Iwo Jima, Iwo Jima and Okinawa. I don't see those on here. I see a bunch of other stuff I need to look for, right? So anyway, I can look through this whole, come on slideshow, come on back. There we go. My slideshow. I don't see any dates there or there. So I have to go back all the way up. There we go. Victory in Europe. That was one of the dates on there. Battle of the Bulge. I believe that's. Nope, I lied. That one's on there. But the Victory in Europe Day, VE Day, May of 1945 is there. Put the date. Anyway, you're going to figure out the order for all of these. You can Google them if you want. Now, if you're smart, you're going to use this thing, this slideshow, and it gives you all the dates you're looking for. So you could just type in December 7, 1941. It'll probably tell you, if I went over here to Google, and I typed in, sorry, I've got a lot of tabs open, this freaks people out. December 7th, 1941. Hopefully that magic is already there. It'll tell me Pearl Harbor bombed. Wow, great. I go back to this list, and I would know that that is right here. Now, I can type on this. It may or may not let you type in the directions. If it does not let you type, you got options. You can obviously print it out and write these things on there, or you click the little file button right here and you make a copy. You make a copy of it, you click OK, and then you can type right on there. Hopefully that makes sense. So if I was you, whether it's if you're on hours 1 through 4 on Thursday or hours 5 and 6 on Friday, your job for the day is to put all these events in order. That's 1 day's work. You get all that done and you've had enough for the day, great, quit, you're done. If you've got a little extra time on your hands, then you can start typing all of the events in these spots, put which event go with each date. That would be pretty easy to do, right? That's the next step. And then you got to start putting in the significance or picture. So you choose on each slide, one of them you'll do the significance, one of them you'll do a picture. If this is over your head or it seems a little stressful and difficult, remember, go back here. The directions are all here. It gives you them in order. Explains exactly what to do. Hopefully it's pretty easy. If you, for whatever reason, can't figure out how to get this thing to be your own, let me know. I will try to walk you through it. You can always click on this thing, click File, Make a Copy, right, of the entire presentation, and then you can work on your own. And then at the end, you just click this little share thing right here, and you type in the name of who you want. I've shared it with Mr. Writer and Ms. Pfeiffer because I made this thing originally and shared it with them. Ms. Pfeiffer, I think, has made some edits on it. I made some edits on it. You could type my name, C. Bauman. There I am. Oh, that ugly name, Craig Bauman, comes up. There I am. Click. and I can click send. Oop, I just sent myself a copy, which I already have. You can do the same thing. So you can share it with me when you are done or at any point while you're working on it. Let me know when it's finished. Or you can do it right, which is when you're back here. Oops, that's my textbook. Sorry. You go back in here, my materials. There we go. I go back to distance learning. So I've got to find where I had this silly thing. April 13th through 17th, Thursday the 16th, and then there you will find on your timeline, you should have a spot where once yours is open, it won't show up on here, I apologize, but this thing will show up with your name on it, and there should be a spot where you can click submit. Now, right now, I don't have any in progress or any submissions because, well, no one's done it yet. But you should have a spot where where there's a spot here, over on the right side over here, will be a spot to submit your assignment once you're done. If you submit it to me, then I see it and I can grade it. I'm going to use this rubric right here. It's really simple. Putting the events in order, as you can see, you get a half point for each. So basically, each slide is worth a point. You already are going to get them easily going to get one right because I gave you the first slide. You do slides 2 through 8. For each one that's right, the whole slide's right, you get a point up to 8. Then having a significance. So having 8 different significances. I gave you the first one, so you're going to get a point no matter what. But for the other 7 slides, telling me 1 or 2 sentences about what's significant about an event. And lastly, pictures. Again, I did your first picture. You do the next 7 to get up to 8. So it's a total out of 24 points. Should be pretty easy. But reminder, this counts as a test grade. This is your project to show that you understand World War II. Make sure you do a nice job. You can use your note sheet. You can use Google to put them in order. You can use the textbook. Whatever you want to do, type them into the slideshow and do all the work that's necessary. At the end, make sure you check your grade. Now, will I grade it the second you turn this in? No, I can't. I have to have time to grade all these. However, give it a day or two. Make sure you go back and check. I've seen some of your grades. They're great so far for this distance learning stuff. Some of you, on the other hand, have been doing really weird stuff. Some kids have been turning in assignments where they haven't even answered questions. So they get 0 or 1 or 2 out of 20 or out of 15. That's kind of ridiculous. You guys know better than that. Especially once you check your grade on it, you can go back and change it. If you've not submitted by the due date or have another issue, I will let you know. Make sure you understand that if I don't have them by next Friday, by Monday the next week, I'll be messaging you through Schoology going, hey, where is your timeline assignment? Because I can't give you credit for it, and you have to do this one. The rest of the assignments we can kind of slide by on. If they don't end up happening, yeah, you might lose a few points by the end of the school year. Most likely be fine. You have to do your summative assessments and do a decent job in order to pass the class. Just so you understand, we're not asking for a ton of work. As you've probably heard, everything's on a pass-fail basis for this year. But if you don't do this assignment, you cannot pass because it's one of the few. We'll probably do one here for this unit, one for the next unit, maybe one for the unit after that, and you'd have about 3 summative assessments. This should be pretty easy if you start this week, get a little done, get that list of dates down today and tomorrow, and then start working on the next parts next week on the actual slideshow. You can even work ahead. I'm guessing I'm going to see some of these this weekend, and some people will have all of next week off from having to do any work. As always, if you have questions, ladies and gentlemen, go up here, click on the little thing, and you can click new message. Okay? A lot of folks ask me a lot of questions on here. Feel free to do that. It's a great way to do it. You can always say, Instagram, when I really don't get this, and messaging back and forth doesn't work. I can message you back. We can figure out when to maybe do it over Zoom. You can show me your screen, or I can show you mine. Or I can show you my screen. We could do it with a phone call. You can call my school phone number, or I can call you from my school phone that runs through my computer. I'm happy to walk you through stuff and help you with stuff. Remember that, people. Your teachers are still here. Even though we're not face-to-face, we're still here. We're happy to help you. And we're bored. Holy crap. You would not understand how bored I get sometimes. I mean, first of all, I spend most of my time normally when we have regular school grading things, going to school, going to meetings. I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have to drive anywhere. So I get a lot of time saved there. Then I'm usually coaching my kids' sports. Well, there are no kids' sports right now. So I got hours off per week of that stuff. I got a lot of time on my hands, a lot of boredom. If I watch one more stupid thing on TV or a movie that I don't really want to watch, I might go crazy. So please, if you need some help, let me know. Give us a chance to do something other than the normal, well, the new normal boringness of my day. I mean, I'm busy painting over here at my house, trying to do different things to keep myself busy. I need your help to try to keep me busy too. So feel free to send me a message. I'd be happy to call you. The goofballs in my advisory have already had to hear my voice. I'd be happy to hear your voice just to make sure you're doing all right too. I hope everything's going okay. Miss you guys. Like I said, you got a week with 3 class periods, so Thursday, Monday, Thursday, or Friday, Tuesday, Friday to get this done. Take your time, do a nice job, get it submitted, and let me know if you need any help. All right, that's it for me. I'll shut up now. You're welcome. I'm probably boring the crap out of you. Talk to you all later. Bye bye.